Alright, hopefully in my last video I showed you two equations. Showed you one on the top and one on the bottom. Okay. Hopefully you wrote those down. If you didn't, go back to my previous video and write those down, then come back to this one. Okay. Here's the reason for that. We're going to expand out all those terms that were in the top equation. Remember, I had one on the top and one on the bottom? We're going to expand the one on the top in this video. Alright. Now, what is cosine A plus B times cosine A plus B? Well, that would be the equivalent. Remember, we're doing the FOIL method of mathematics here? And I taught you this in Euclid Book 2. Okay? What we're doing here is the equivalent of saying, well, what's x times x? Well, x times x is x squared. So, what is cosine A plus B times cosine A plus B? Well, the answer is very simple. It's cosine square A plus B. Now, let me show you how this one's going to work. Let's say we actually had numerical values for both A and B. We'd add up, say A was 1 and B was 2. We'd add them up, we'd have 3. We'd find the cosine of 3, then we'd square the number. So you add A plus B, whatever that total is, you find the cosine of it, then you square it. Alright, now, what is -1, let's see, times what is -1 times cosine A plus B? Well, it'd be like taking -1 times x. Well, that would produce you a negative x. Now, if you had negative x plus negative x, you'd have negative 2x. Same type of deal here. So what we've done is we said that there is -2 times cosine A plus B. So what we do is we first add up A plus B, find the cosine of that, then we multiply that by -2. One more time. First we add up A plus B. Then we find the cosine of A plus B. Then we multiply it by -2. Okay? Now, what is a negative times a negative? If you ever watched the movie Stand and Deliver, you know what the answer is. You say, well, what did you say? The movie Stand and Deliver. Okay, if you've ever watched that movie, he says a negative times a negative is a positive. So what is -1 times -1? Well, it's +1. So that's how we got our third term right there. Now, what is sine A plus B times sine A plus B? Well, what is x times x? X squared. Same difference. So now we have sine squared A plus B. What's going to happen here is you first add A and B together. You find their sine, then you square it. And that's how you do that. Okay? Now you say, well, why aren't there any more terms after this? Well, what is sine A plus B times 0? Well, any number times 0 is still 0. Okay? So there is no sine A plus B times 0 because it'd be like taking x times 0, which is 0. And of course, 0 squared is also 0. And that's why there are no further terms past this point. Alright, we're going to continue this, and I'm going to tell you more in just a second, so stay tuned.